Hey pals, it has been a while and I just wanted to have a catch-up video because quite a lot has happened in my life in the last couple of months, and I figured it would impact the way that I am feeling and coming across maybe in my other videos. So I didn't really want to just jump back into normal videos without kind of explaining what's been going on. If you follow me on Instagram or Substack or TikTok, you might already know most of what's happened, but I thought I would just offload, talk a little bit, just get it all out. Maybe let's start in March. We found out that my mum had pancreatic cancer. Although she had been going to the doctors since November of last year, the doctors only realised what it was in March, and by the time they found out, it was already stage 4 and it was incurable at the time, and we found out that she only had a couple months left to live, which obviously, as you can imagine, was very difficult to hear. Especially after, my sister passed away from cancer like almost 20 years ago, and I kind of had thought like that was our family trauma done. So we find that out in March, and in a way it was very bittersweet because we got an opportunity to say all the things we wanted to say to Mum. We had some really good conversations. We had some really nice times together. We went away to a little house on a beach for a weekend and we spent a lot of time together. I had my trip to Thailand booked and I was really not sure if I should have gone, but my mum was like, I'll be mad if you don't go, and you can call me every single day and I will wait until you get back as much as possible. So I went. We called every single day, but she declined quite rapidly while I was there. She became very yellow and she started sleeping more, and during our phone calls she was like too tired to hold conversations and stuff, so I knew that when I got back it would be like quite a rapid decline. I got back mid-May, and I think it was about a week afterwards, she got a chest infection, and we all made the decision that she should go to a hospice that they found, which was really nice hospice. They gave her like the biggest room and they gave us a spare bed so that one of us in the family could sleep there every single night, and we did. We all took turns to stay there overnight and she was never alone. She was in the hospice for about 2 weeks. After 1 week she was mostly sleeping all the time, and then one day she had a really good busy day, and I know that there's a pattern that when people are really sick and towards the end of their life, they kind of have a boost one day and then you know that that's like their final good day. And that's what I was thinking when we had this really good day and I was due to stay with her that night, and she had this great day where she went outside for a long time. She was awake for a while and she was quite coherent, and then she was suddenly really ill. I sat with her for a bit while she was in bed and we watched some TV, and then she fell asleep and she was asleep for about a week. My older brother and I were on our way to see her in the hospital after my dad stayed the night, and we got a call from him to say, come quickly. And we got there and she had passed away. It was kind of bittersweet. I know that she didn't want to hang around in pain, and she talked about how excited she was to see my sister again. We were glad she wasn't in pain or suffering anymore. Obviously it's very hard to lose a parent. The 3 months of knowing that she was ill and knowing what was going to come were kind of... It was just such a weird 3 months, very surreal, and it has kind of become very blurry. So she died on June 5th, I think, and we had her funeral on July the 9th. It was a really lovely service. We had talked to her about what she wanted and the songs that she wanted and how she wanted everybody to cry over her. After that, me and my family went on holiday to Greece for a week just to try and recover from everything. So I got back from Greece on the 28th, I think, and it is the 5th of August, so it's been a week since I've been back, and I've been like ready to get back into work. In June, I also broke up with my partner of a year, and I like rage quit my job. I think these things just make you think about what you want out of life and make you realise life's short, and I just had a lot of thinking to do and I wanted to make some changes, so I did. After going to Thailand, I spoke to my mum about how I felt really connected to it there, and it felt very like a home, and that I was considering maybe moving back, and my mum was all for it. She was like, you should definitely follow what you want and just do it. You're young and you can experiment and do whatever you want. She was very much a go for what you want person, figure out the rest later. And that's exactly what she did when I was 1, when she moved out there with my dad and the rest of us. So I have started learning Thai. I have booked some lessons, and I'm also starting music therapy and learning piano properly, which is exciting. So I'm keeping myself busy with trying to make my business work, learning Thai, learning piano, meeting friends. If I'm totally honest, I have had some not very healthy coping mechanisms, but I am keeping an eye on it and also trying to implement healthy coping mechanisms. I do think that the way I've processed this has been better than the first time around. I'm holding a cat toy, by the way, as a support fidget toy. I have felt my feelings. With my sister, I bottled everything up. I didn't cry until about 3 months later. I didn't want to deal with it at all. But yeah, I felt my feelings. I have let myself cry. I have not bottled anything up. I've journaled. I am in the process of making like a memory book that I'm gonna get printed, which has some journaling prompts in it, like letters that I want to send to my mum or just write out. I will sit in my sadness if I want to, and I think that's the difference between this time and the first time. Obviously I was very young the first time, so I don't blame myself for not feeling it the way I would now, but I've learnt, and it has helped me prepare and process this time around. I think a big thing that I'm struggling with is the fact that both women in my family have gone. Obviously I have a big connection to my girlhood, my womanhood, even though I only really experienced it for 15 years of my life. There's just things I connected with my mum in ways that I couldn't connect with other people, and so I'm really grieving that. And I think it's hard to explain to anyone that is not trans, because people see me as a guy and they're like, well, you have men in your life and you're a man now, so what's the problem? It's very complex. I hope I can stay connected to that by being that myself and being a bit of a maternal presence for the people in my life. I know this is a bit of a sad video, but I just wanted to post this as maybe something I can look back on in the future. I just wanted to have something where I acknowledge what's happened. I've also been sick since my mum died, completely the whole time. I've lost my hearing in my ear, which is normal when I get very sick. This is the least sick I've been in a long time, so I figured now is the time I can start posting videos. Olive is trying to climb the camera. Let's not do that, sweetie. I have a haircut soon, I'm gonna feel more refreshed. I have a lot planned and I'm excited for it. In terms of what I'm doing, where you can find me, I have been doing so much. So I am doing a series on TikTok where it is like starting my business and everything behind the scenes and how I'm making it work. I am posting like every day on Instagram. I have released my Body Like Mine book, which is a collection of 100 trans bodies. I am posting like not safe for work stuff on Blue Sky, which is a new endeavour, and I'm excited about that. I have Substack now, which I am posting blogs on every week, and I also have a hidden not safe for work tier, which is going in depth about some naughty things that are personal. If you are a part of my Conscious Club, then you get free access to that not safe for work tier. I'm also doing pay what you can commissions on my Ko-fi. I will see you soon for another video that will be more upbeat. I hope you have a great day, great week, great month, great everything, and I will see you soon. Bye.